For centuries, the dusty pages of human history have guarded some of mankind's greatest and most terrifying secrets. But among all biblical enigmas, one haunting question echoes louder than the rest. It is a mystery that has puzzled archaeologists, historians, and theologians for more than 2,700 years. How did 10 entire tribes simply vanish from the face of the earth? In the year 722 BC, the unstoppable and brutal Assyrian Empire invaded the northern kingdom of Israel. They demolished ancient cities, burned down walls, and carried away millions of people. They forced over 2/3 of the Hebrew population into distant, uncharted lands, deep into the heart of Asia, and then absolute silence. No more records, no more traces. Became forever known as the Lost Tribes of Israel. This is not just a regular historical puzzle or a simple ancient mystery for academics to argue about in universities. Instead, the fate of these people is the ultimate key to a massive, apocalyptic biblical prophecy that ancient prophets claimed would shake the future of the entire world. Where did millions of people go? Did they cross dangerous, unknown oceans? Did they hide in deep, isolated mountain valleys? Or did they completely blend into modern nations? Their direct descendants be walking among us, hiding in plain sight today without even knowing their own identity? Let's uncover the dark truth behind this biblical mystery. Fully understand this massive geopolitical mystery, we must travel back in time to an era when Israel was an untouchable global superpower under the glorious reign of King Solomon. During this golden age, the nation was completely united, incredibly wealthy, and highly feared by all surrounding empires. The 12 tribes lived together under one single flag. But human pride quickly changed everything. After the tragic death of King Solomon, a fierce political and spiritual civil war fractured the chosen nation right down the middle. This massive historical split created two distinct rival kingdoms that would spend centuries fighting each other and would never fully reconcile or heal their deep wounds. In the south, the smaller kingdom of Judah retained only 2 tribes, Judah and Benjamin. They controlled the holy city of Jerusalem and maintained the sacred Temple of Solomon. In the north, a completely new kingdom was formed by the remaining 10 powerful tribes, holding the vast majority of the rich agricultural land and strategic trade routes. These 10 northern tribes were Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, and Joseph. For over 200 years, this northern kingdom thrived in wealth. However, as they grew richer, they also severely strayed from their spiritual roots. The northern kings abandoned the ancient covenants established in the wilderness with Moses. They built forbidden golden altars in the cities of Dan and Bethel, worshipped pagan deities like Baal, and completely ignored the desperate warnings sent by the holy prophets. They believed their wealth and military power would protect them forever. They were completely unaware that a terrifying dark shadow was rapidly rising from the distant east. The year was 722 BC, a dark date that would change biblical history forever. The Assyrian Empire had become the most brutal and ruthless military machine of the ancient world. The Assyrian army was feared for its extreme cruelty, using advanced iron weapons, massive siege towers, and psychological warfare to terrorize and crush any nation in their way. Led by King Shalmaneser V, and later completed by Sargon II, the Assyrian war machine surrounded Samaria, the proud capital city of the northern kingdom of Israel. For 3 agonizing years, the city was starved and cut off from the rest of the world. Finally, the massive stone walls collapsed, and the Assyrian soldiers poured inside. The conquest was absolutely terrifying. To completely prevent any future rebellions or national uprisings, the Assyrian kings implemented a devastating strategy called mass forced deportation. They did not just conquer territories, they systematically erased entire cultures by uprooting whole populations and swapping them with people from other captured lands. 10 entire tribes, millions of men, women, and children, were chained together by their necks and forcibly marched out of their beautiful homeland into the unknown. Ancient cuneiform clay tablets found by archaeologists in the ruins of the Palace of Nineveh confirm this massive, tragic displacement of the Hebrew people. The biblical text in the second book of Kings states, "They were taken to Hala, along the Haber River in Gozan, and into the rugged, distant territories of the Medes in modern-day Iran." And this is exactly the point where the mainstream historical trail goes cold. A massive, ancient population simply vanished from the official global records of the Western world. For 27 long centuries, historians and explorers have asked the same burning question. Did they completely die out and assimilate, or did they survive in secret? For a long time, mainstream historians believed the 10 tribes were gone forever, swallowed by the empires of Asia. But modern genetics and deep historical tracking have changed everything. In recent years, shocking clues have emerged from the most remote corners of the planet, leaving the scientific and theological communities completely stunned. In northeast India, near the border of Myanmar, an isolated community known as the Bnei Menashe maintained a unique oral history and ancient songs for thousands of years. They claimed to be the direct descendants of the lost biblical tribe of Manasseh. In the early 2000s, extensive genetic testing and rabbinical investigations took place. To the shock of critics, scientists confirmed their ancient Hebrew connection, leading the government of Israel to officially recognize them and allow thousands to return home. Even more surprising is the mystery of the Lemba tribe, a dark-skinned community located deep in the valleys of southern Africa, thousands of miles away from the Middle East. For generations, despite being isolated, they strictly abstained from eating pork, practiced circumcision, and even guarded a sacred wooden artifact similar to the Ark of the Covenant. When international geneticists tested their DNA, they discovered a specific genetic marker belonging exclusively to the ancient Jewish priesthood, known as the Cohen modal haplotype. But the theories go even further. In the 17th century, early European explorers who arrived in the Americas were shocked by the customs of certain Native American tribes. Incredible historical journals record that some indigenous groups used words that sounded exactly like Biblical Hebrew and carried traditions that mirrored the laws of Leviticus. Could some of the lost tribes have traveled even further than Asia or Africa, building advanced ships to cross the dangerous oceans to find a completely new land of peace? The ancient apocryphal book of 2nd Esdras actually supports this theory, stating that the 10 tribes left the crowded cities of the Medes to journey to a distant land called Arzareth. According to the ancient text, this journey took them a year and a half, leading them to a place where mankind had never lived before, hiding them from the rest of the world. The global scattering of these 10 tribes into the shadows of the earth is not the tragic end of their story. In fact, it is only the setup for the grand finale. The Bible contains dozens of powerful, unfulfilled prophecies, explicitly declaring that in the end times, a supernatural signal will blow across the continents. The prophet Isaiah wrote that God would raise a banner for the nations and gather the exiles of Israel, assembling the scattered people from the 4 corners of the earth. The ancient and famous vision of the prophet Ezekiel predicts a time when dry bones will miraculously come back to life, breathing new spirit into a dead nation. In that same vision, God commands Ezekiel to take 2 separate wooden sticks, representing the divided kingdoms of Judah and Israel, and miraculously join them into one single stick. This powerful prophetic symbol shows that the lost tribes must be found and restored, so that the chosen nation can become one single, unbreakable kingdom once again. The sudden and modern discovery of these remote communities in India, Africa, and beyond might be the ultimate proof that this ancient prophecy is already unfolding right now. Are we currently witnessing the final historical preparation for the ultimate restoration of Israel? What do you think happened to the rest of the tribes? Comment below and subscribe.